Welcome back to Dolores and the Two Bs, what I like to call a Canaan conversation, episode 1. This is what we're calling episode 1, as if there's going to be episode 2. We're going to see how episode 1 goes, okay? I'm not really sure. But anyway, I just really appreciate you guys coming in and talking over this stuff and sharing this with all of our,
You're very welcome.
and-
It's always nice being up here, and of course, Ted's here.
Well, yeah. So I kind of wanted to start with, what generation are you? Like, your parents were,
I think that I'm third.
so you were third
I'm fourth on the Irish side, but third on the Italian side.
on the Italian side. So
Yeah.
your grandchildren that live in Canaan are 6 and
Yeah.
7.
Yeah.
And you were third because, and so your father was Ted's great grandfather's brother.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not my father.
Your
My
father.
mother was a Perotti.
That's right. It was your mother.
Yeah,
Joseph
Joseph.
was your grandfather, and okay. Oh my goodness. This is when you need like the tree, and I've done that. I've done the whole tree. At one point I had a computer program and I did all these trees.
Oh, that's great.
which
I
was
tried
fun.
it. I'm not that good at it.
Well, I couldn't do it anymore, but anyway, it's always easier to figure out who's
To see
who.
it, yeah, it's much easier.
I mean, as it is, we have in this room someone who goes back to the 1700s in Canaan, right over there. Sarah Allen.
Oh, Sarah
my
Allen, of
goodness.
course.
Yeah. So
course.
anyway, all right. So let's see. One of the funny things we were doing was talking about who you're related to, like how many different Italian or whatever names from Canaan. For me, it's like Schaefer. That's it. That's the only name that I'm related to from Canaan. Whereas you have Cecchinato,
Segala,
Segala.
Perotti.
Go on. I mean,
Let's see. I'm trying to think. From the Perotti family. Oh my goodness. Oh, only in Canaan. That's about it though. Segala,
Segala.
Perotti, Cecchinatos in Canaan.
Whereas the Riva lady over here,
Well, I have Irish. on
We're
my
related.
Irish.
We're
We're
I was
related.
related to.
Hi,
I
Betsy.
am related to.
so that means that we're all related.
Yeah.
It would be my grandmother was McCormick, McGuire. Let's see, and then Foley,
Yeah.
and then on my dad's side, my dad's mother died. He was only 2 years old.
Okay, so this is really interesting, you guys.
She died of the 1918 flu epidemic.
Epidemic, yeah.
And she was 8 months pregnant. The baby died as well. And my dad was 2, and my Uncle Paul was 3.5. They were very close in
And
age.
they
went to live with the other 12 Rivas.
which
Oh
are
my goodness.
Ted's great grandfather, Grampy Riva. They went to live with them. Grampy Riva was one of the 12 that
Right.
your dad and your uncle
Right.
went to live
Because
with.
my would have been David Riva. His name was David, and his brother, who's the other Riva family, they came over from Italy together. And then they got established and they got jobs, and then they sent for the family.
So I don't think I ever got the Rivas. I know that Gramp came from 6 sisters and 5 brothers, so there was 12 kids, and then they had the 2 extra.
The 2.
Because what's 2 extra when you have
When you got that many?
when you
Yeah,
have 12
goodness.
kids? What's 14?
Yeah.
You know?
And then my grandmother, her maiden name was Babween.
Oh, I remember
So
that.
Ed Babween, do you
Oh, I
remember
remember
Ed
that.
Babween?
Yeah.
He would have been my father's first cousin.
Are you related to the Markeys?
Yes.
Okay, so are the McGuires.
Yes.
So the Markeys
So
related
the-
to the Babylons? I always say
No,
Babylon.
they're Irish.
no,
That's
we're
the
talking
Irish side.
Irish
We're
now.
mixing.
Oh,
We're mixing here.
Is Babylon an Italian name?
Babween is Italian.
Oh, yes.
Yes, she
There
was-
was a Babween. I
Ed
think
Babween lived across from the cemetery, that little
That's
house
right,
across from
yeah.
the
I
cemetery.
I think that their gravestone is behind my parents'
Probably.
gravestone.
He was a big man
You're
and
right.
he never had children. I don't know if he ever married. But, and I can remember not really knowing he was a first cousin of my father. But my dad's mother I have pictures of her, a tiny little, I think we have pictures of her. She died so young that,
Yeah. I mean,
she
1918,
was
there
only
weren't a lot of-
32.
yeah, there weren't a lot of photos being
So
taken.
there was, I have a few of them.
Yeah.
That we think, Rose Minotti,
Oh,
was-
another wonderful
Rose,
name. Are there
yeah.
any Minottis left anymore? do you know?
Cheryl, no, that's Donati. Minotti, I don't,
Oh, I know
remember
Cheryl. She works in
Donati's
the-
Market.
well, Babe Minotti,
Donati.
no, but there's a Babe
There's a-
Minotti.
there was a
Yeah.
Minotti?
They had Rose and they had a son, and he was at whose funeral? Teeter's funeral. He came to Teeter's
okay,
funeral, so
all
yes, and he had I think one son.
Okay.
So there is
Because I don't know any Minottis.
wonderful people.
They
wonderful.
lived on Ellendale.
Yes,
they?
yeah,
Yeah.
in the
Where I
little
grew up.
stucco house.
That's right. So
Yeah.
you grew up in the house.
Next to Perotti's.
Yes.
And originally when Nono Perotti, Joe Perotti, came over, his father came over earlier and bought the house in Allendale. Didn't like it, didn't like to live here, went back to Italy. So then his sons came over. There was Joseph and Peter, that's my
Peter, then there were
grandfather.
2 brothers that were from New York State.
They're all over the place. But there were 4 brothers that came over, the 2 on the lower road, which would be
Pietro and Joseph.
Joseph and Pietro. Yeah, Pietro was Zio
Pietro's
Pietro.
Ted's great grandfather.
Yeah. And so Nonna Perotti had 9 children. Can you imagine?
No.
That was that salt box on the lower road.
Justin Ralph lives there now.
Well,
in the
you know,
house.
the Foleys lived there because the Foleys down by Adams Farm, they lived in that area.
Oh, really?
Yeah, my would have been my grandfather's parents, and they had a bunch of kids. I think they had 6 kids.
But where did you grow up, though? What
I grew
town?
up in Canaan.
In downtown?
Yeah, on Ashley Falls Road, right by where Johnny's restaurant was. The house, Lynette bought the house afterwards.
Oh, okay. I think
Yeah,
I knew
that
that.
little
Yeah,
cape.
yeah, yeah.
The little
All
cape
right.
there.
But you used to hang out on West Main Street. You said?
A lot because my cousins were there.
Yeah.
And my grandparents, so we hung out a lot there.
And Larry, my son, brought your grandparents' house.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's in my grandmother's house.
Yeah.
And
But
my-
did you go to Was North Canaan there? So North Canaan,
I went
you
to
were one of the
North
first.
my brother actually was
The first class?
One of the first
At North
classes. I
Canaan
don't think he
Elementary
was
School?
the first, but he was one of the first. I
Yeah.
think maybe he went in first grade or second grade.
And
But he
where
was-
did you go to elementary school? Up on the
Up on the hill. Yeah, it was wonderful.
up at which hill?
Granite
Up-
Avenue.
Oh, so everybody went to elementary school there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and my mother graduated from their high school. She graduated second in her class.
Did she?
That's
was
why you're
your-
such a smarty pants.
What was your mom's first? Jenny. No. What was your mom's first name?
Margarita.
Margarita.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that name.
Yeah. And she was, that's how we related to the Segalas. She was, I can't remember her name, but Stan Segala's mother. They were first
Jenny.
cousins. Jenny.
Jenny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she had several children also.
Yeah.
But of course, my
That's how we're
favorite
related,
cousin was
yeah.
always Stanley because we went flying.
Oh.
Oh, Airplane Stanley, not Package Store
Well,
Stanley.
so that brings me to
That's
the other
another thing.
But I know there's 2 Stanley Segalas. Come on. So that was one of the other things I was thinking about. I think when we were brainstorming in Spokane or BC this winter with these 2, one of the questions we were thinking about was who was like a really influential Canaan person. And the first person I thought of was John Bianchi.
Yeah, and then how about Charlie Bojan?
I had Charlie down.
Oh no, was
I had-
Charlie?
I
Okay,
had
do you have a
Charlie.
good Charlie Beauchamp story? Don't you? From when
I have a
was
lot
he the
of
one?
good
Who was,
Oh, about
but
Charlie
didn't you tell
Beauchamp?
me didn't he hire you at the
Yes,
bank?
he hired me at the bank.
He
You were
hired me.
working
He
as
hired
a
me.
you were working at
I
the
was a cashier at McGuire's. I was the head teller, and I was like 17 or 18, and I would go in the bank with all the deposits, and I guess they needed I think Florence Hunter might have been retiring, who was a wonderful person.
I worked for Florence in the
Florence,
bank.
Florence had
never
like
heard that
a
name.
computer brain.
She was a sweetheart.
She could add faster than you could put it in a calculator.
Yeah.
Oh man.
And she was just an amazing woman.
I love Charlie. You know, when you worked for the Beauchamps, you became family.
You did.
I
Really?
graduated on a Friday night and went to work as Charlie's secretary on Monday.
You did?
Yep.
So you worked at the bank too? Because you've
Yes.
had quite. I mean, you worked at the. I remember you. You were my favorite aide in elementary school.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
And I don't. I guess I
she
shouldn't say
graduated
that
to
my
the high
second
school.
favorite was a relative, but I won't talk about her. I loved her too, but not as much as you.
Yeah,
Well,
No names. No names.
I would go in the bank with a deposit, and then one day I went in, and they said, somebody came out and said, Mr. Beauchamp wants to talk to you in his office. And it was like, oh my God, what did I do? I hope they don't think I stole something. My mind just went crazy. So it was like the longest walk down that hallway. When I got in the room, Larry McGuire was in there, and Norm Holt, and Mr. Beauchamp. And it was like, then I was really terrified.
Oh, yeah,
I was-
especially
I was
Mr.
re-
McGuire sitting there.
With Larry sitting there.
Oh,
and
my gosh.
I think Bob McGuire was there too.
they were on the board.
They were all on the board, right?
Oh.
Yeah.
And it was like, I was at that point, I felt like, I think I'm going down. and then they realized it, and they said, well, we've decided that you are going to be the next teller at the Canaan National Bank. And it was like, what? I said, well, I looked at Larry. I said, well, you don't want me at McGuire's? And he said, no. He said, it's time you moved on, and you would be great. And they wanted somebody that knew new people, and and everything. So it was like, yes. It was, and I ran up to my parents' house afterwards, and I was a little bit, I don't know, all over
Flustered?
the place when I was a teenager. So
She was a little wild,
I was,
in other words.
I don't want to say that, but I mean, I was a little
But not wild.
scattered maybe. And so I went up and I said, I got a job at the bank. And my father just, the relief, he said, he said, you'll be set for life if you got a job.
And guess what, everyone? Guess where Betsy retired from? The manager of that same
Yeah.
bank.
And you were
Yeah.
wonderful.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you.
And
You
know,
hired me.
I did.
You
I
hired
did.
me.
It was like Marie.
And I've been working there since
then.
90s, like 90
Yeah.
something. I've been doing
Really?
the garden at the bank.
and it still looks beautiful.
Thank you.
Marie Ty and I were out there, and we would go out in the spring and be digging things up. And on a Sunday and a Saturday, it was like, why are we doing this? We need to hire a. And then I looked at the library, and
I
it was
had-
so nice.
I had done that
It's
garden
like-
at the library.
Boy, I had to do some sales. It was like, we don't need to pay. I said, no, Dolores is perfect. We need nice gardens.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
Marie
gosh.
said yes, because we really stink at it.
You know, that brings back another relative. Larry Mancuccini was Jimmy's first cousin.
He
No
was.
way,
Yes,
really?
yes. So the Mancuccini.
I love Larry.
There we go. Italians and Irish.
And everybody knows Mancuccini's was the Canaan Market,
Yep.
which
Yes.
was the Nelly's Market,
Yeah.
which was
And do you remember
now
when
an
they were
antique
giving
store.
goldfish away to all
Yes.
the kids?
Yes.
How many goldfish did you end up with?
Real ones?
My mother.
Not crackers?
No, they were real ones.
Oh,
Real ones.
Somehow mine
Real
all
ones.
disappeared. I don't. And I remember Raro days having the hula
yeah.
hoop contest there in front of McGuire's.
Yeah,
Well,
that
Canaan
was-
was, I mean, it was one of the things, like, I always loved to hear my dad talk about how busy it was. I mean, how many stores did we have? How many bars do we have? You know, we had, how many,
Lots.
Yeah.
We were the hub. We were the hub of
I
the
mean, we were just
Northwest
roaring,
corner.
rip-roaring. We had 3 pharmacies. How many
yeah.
stores?
All had soda fountains.
we had
Yeah.
shoe stores, clothing stores,
We had
fruit stores,
We had
meat
two.
stores.
We had Rogers Shoe Store, and we had Bob's
Clothing
had shoes.
Yeah.
And then we had
Yankees.
Weber's and
Oh, that's right. Weber's.
Dankins.
And
Am I
Dankins.
saying
And,
that right? Dankins for
Dankins,
women's.
Two jewelry stores.
Two jewelry
right?
stores.
Two jewelry
Yeah.
stores.
How many bars? Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
I
goodness.
can see 3.
Buds. I can think of
see
Buds. I remember walking
Yeah.
by Buds
Yeah.
when I was
Yeah.
a kid.
Yeah.
And
And
then
looking in.
before they tore it down, you had you had
Oh, where the A&P
where
was?
the A&P was. Yeah.
See, we even had an A&P.
An A&P
And
and,
an A&P.
the First
And
National.
It was
First
finest
National
then.
and-
It
yeah.
was finest.
Finest.
It was finest. And Meccaccini's.
And Mancuccini's.
Yeah. Which
So
was
we
Trotta's.
really-
Actually, Meccaccini's
Was
was
it?
Trotta's before Meccaccini's
And then,
came in.
was that the same Trotus that went over to Millerton?
Buddy
or-
and
Yes.
Chris.
Yeah.
It is.
Buddy and Chris
Yeah.
and the whole Trotta family.
Wow.
And
Well,
they-
actually, Ted and Sarah live in the old Trotta house.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really?
We were neighbors
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
we lived on the same street, so we were all the same age. Beth
Yeah.
Trotta and my sister were best friends, and
Oh, and do you remember we used to go to movies every Saturday? And bowling every Saturday afternoon, come out of the movies.
Down.
bowling was
down-
after my time.
After
Before
your
my
time,
time.
before
Before
your
my
time.
time.
That's
I
right.
remember the
She's
drive-in
younger
movie.
than I am.
I remember you wouldn't believe it. The drive-in movie was awesome.
Oh, yeah, that
Oh, we
was
were
Oh,
just
the
looking at a
drive-in
picture
movie.
of that. Yeah, I had some of this
We used
stuff
to go
out, and
every
Evan
Friday.
and Ted were looking at it at dinner the other night, and
And that we would
where's
stuff
this
everybody in the
drive-in?
trunk
Oh,
of the car, and we'd
in the trunk.
because why pay?
why pay when you didn't, and then you'd have the speakers, and and my parents would take us, and so they would get us all in our pajamas, and we'd be in the back of the station wagon, and they always had like a matinee, a cartoon or something before they got to the main. So we'd watch that, and then we'd go to sleep in the back of the,
And they'd watch a real
and they'd
movie.
watch a real
Watch the
movie.
movie,
Yeah. Yeah.
It was fun.
That sounds awesome.
Oh, and we used to
Canaan was
roller
wonderful.
skate above the Colonial.
Above it,
Yeah, that you know.
upstairs.
Yeah.
There was a ballroom up there, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So it's still there still is. We had
Oh,
a birthday party
we
for
did it
Ted.
for the ball, the George Washington ball.
Oh, is that where you guys had it?
Yeah, we rented the whole theater.
Funny, that was such a
You
cool
two missed a
thing.
good
I
party.
know.
I know, we
had-
went to
I
the
had
garden
something
show.
going on. I don't
Yeah.
even remember what it was, but
So one of the other things I wanted to talk about was the food memories. I mean, you both grew up in Italian families, and they have the best food memories. I'm sorry, I went to Ireland, the food was awful, but went to Italy, the food was amazing, and we have
and it's so different over there.
Yeah.
Much better.
So we went.
Especially the
we would go
pasta.
every Mother's Day or so and have risotto. Aunt Nancy's risotto with saffron,
Mm-hmm.
so it was bright yellow, and
Yep.
chicken livers.
Chicken livers,
was it
chopped up fried
chopped up
chicken
chicken livers in it, but no one knew that.
No,
No, you didn't tell that.
You
No,
had-
no, that was
yeah.
a secret.
That you had to fry the chicken livers first in a lot of garlic and butter. And then you put them in, and also a little bit of onion. And you put those in the very last thing after you did the risotto.
Yep.
And you had the saffron in it and everything.
Yep.
Then you poured those in and mix it up nicely.
Oh yeah.
And if you disguised them well enough, my kids wouldn't know.
Well, so Uncle Mick would be the stirrer. He had this big pot, and he had this giant spoon, and because the risotto, you have to stir it
Yeah,
while
you have to,
as
yeah.
the liquid evaporates.
The
And-
chicken broth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it was so, and we'd all sit there, and I would always say, it feels like we're gonna go and work in the field after we eat this giant bowl of risotto.
Yeah.
Of course, we weren't really gonna
No.
go work in the fields, but
No.
anyway, we still make salami, and I don't know.
We made salami and sausage. We made our own wine.
And the coup de gang.
coup de guin.
What's coup de
The coup de
gang?
gang.
That was
My
the-
mother would let my father cook in the house. You
That's
you
right.
tell what it is.
It's a lot. It's the parts of meat that you wouldn't put in salami. It's like a chunkier thing.
It's all the leftovers.
It's all the
from
leftovers.
the pigs. It's everything they couldn't. They
Yeah.
used every part of the pig.
They used every part of the pig.
And it
Do you
was-
remember this? They
they
were
made
they were
blood
this big
sausage,
around.
too.
The salamis were this big.
Yeah.
Since
and the
each
coup de gangs were
Yeah.
coup de gangs were huge.
Yeah, they were
And they
huge.
were
They were
everything
the-
that you couldn't use in the
You know
salami
what's the
and
fun
sausage.
part? You know, and I'm going to use this. They were guts, and they were
They
soaked.
were.
And remember, in salt and water. And I used to love to clean them. I mean, no, they were all they were all clean, but they were in salt and water. So you'd have to take them out and wash them, and they were.
Yeah,
I liked
yeah.
it.
I
So did anybody have the gout?
My
No?
father had gout.
No?
Yeah.
My father used to
No?
get gout.
Okay, so Frank, Charlie, Francis, and it turns out, Ted, it's genetic.
My son
bet it
Michael's
is.
had gout.
Has he?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's genetic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
So-
thought it might be from eating all that rich food. Michael's a great Italian cook. He
I
should have
love
been a
Italian.
chef.
Yeah.
Should have been.
Or an artist.
Or
But
an
instead
artist.
he's
One
making
or
a
the
good
other.
living
Yeah.
as a carpenter.
hear a
Working
funny
with his
story?
brother.
I have to tell you a funny story about the wine. We had a wine cellar, a regular cellar, and a wine cellar, and it had a dirt floor, and that's where we hung all the salamis and everything. And that's where the barrels of wine were. There were barrels, wine and cider. But my mother thought my father was having a little bit too much wine with his friends and blah, blah, blah.
It could be.
So she put a lock on the wine cellar. But my father said, if you want wine, if your friends come, he said, watch this. He'd take a brick out, reach in and open.
Oh my gosh. Well,
No, what can I say?
I know.
Yeah, wine was a part. We had wine with.
Whenever
we
we
were
wanted.
offered wine with all our meals.
Yeah.
If we wanted it.
So-
Not breakfast, obviously, but
Well, no.
you know,
Brian
especially
Beatty-
if we had a family meal, we were
Yeah,
always
it was
offered.
there,
we didn't drink it because it was awful. It tasted awful to me, but
that was another thing. We
they
had the
put-
good wine.
Right.
And they'd run it through again, and then the second wine.
right.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And they use all kinds of bottles, like grapefruit juice bottles.
Okay, I have a bottle over here of Brian's wine that's in a giant Coke bottle.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
Brian makes it.
And I remember coming home from school one day, and I was so thirsty, and I was like, Mom bought grape juice, and she never. And I took a great big glass of it, and it was wine. It was like,
Oh, yuck.
it was.
Well, I brought
now
up,
I appreciate it and
this
love
is
it.
some of Brian's grappa.
Ooh.
Oh, we made grappa too.
Oh, yeah, grappa.
Yeah.
Take
That-
a shot.
And grappa cherries.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
I have
grappa
some of them.
cherries.
I have some grappa raisins in the basement, too.
Yeah. They're supposed to be very good for you. I don't like grappa, actually.
I like grappa and cherries.
Oh, and cherries,
But
yeah, that's different.
grappa,
yeah.
grappa's
Oh,
like drinking alcohol.
So we put a little maple syrup in it
Oh, that
last
was
weekend
good.
when we were bottling, and everybody
I bet
was
it was
enjoying
delicious.
it. Yeah.
Everybody, that was really
You
good.
put a little maple syrup in it, and
Ah, sounds really good.
When
really good.
Mike and I were dating, he was from Bristol, and I was, of course, from here. And we got to the point where we thought my mother thought our parents should meet. And Mike's parents were from Vermont, very quiet. They hardly ever drank. They were very, very quiet people. Wonderful people, but very quiet. And so they came up, and of course my mother had the lasagna and they had the appetizers. And after dinner, my father gets out this dusty bottle of grappa cherries that my uncle had found in the basement at the house on College Hill, and he takes them out. And Mike's father's name was Shirley, so it was Shirley and Angel.
but they were
They
Italian.
were French. They were French.
Oh, they're French?
They were from Mike's
Devino
yeah, it was
is French? I
it's
didn't know
Devino, and everybody around here says Devino because they've made Mike Italian.
Oh, I see.
And he's good. He's good with it.
Okay, good.
But so Dad gets out these grappa cherries, and he's hands. He's here, Cheryl, have one, and he's going, I don't know. He was really reluctant, and he takes it and he eats it. And you could see the smoke just kind of, he was coughing. He was coughing, and it was awful.
Yeah.
And my mother was like, Reva, get your butt out in the kitchen. She said, I've had it with you. I've had it with you trying to, embarrass, whatever you're trying to do, I've had it with you. So Dad, we go back in, and Mike's father says, aren't you going to have one, Angel? And my father says, shit, no, those things will kill you.
Well, they are really strong. I remember one time
they curl your
Will
toes.
was going to a 21st birthday party, and I will not name names, but they shared some with some of his friends, and one of his friends, well, anyway, never mind, it was a bad scene. And-
Really?
yeah, because you know what, if you're not used to that,
yeah.
so,
I always keep a jar under my bar at home,
oh, do you?
cherries and grappa.
Yeah.
Where do you, Brian, you get them from Brian? Who makes them now?
Actually, I
does.
bought these because I had them for my brother and we ran out. I don't take them. They're in the bar. If anyone sees them, they can have them.
Right.
Yeah.
They're colorful.
They are.
They are. They're
really strong.
And that's for just special times.
Yeah.
We go up to our neighbors, Muellers, Sylvia and Seppi, and they're Swiss, and he's a chef. Fabulous. It's like going to a 5-star restaurant when you go up there. But they have the Swiss version of grappa cherries.
Okay.
What is that?
It's grapes.
Oh.
It's grapes that are so exactly the same. And it's like I always say, oh, Swiss grappa. I don't know what it's exactly. I said, okay. And he'll say, you want some Swiss grappa? And I'll say, of course. And then he'll pour it over ice cream.
Oh, is it good that way?
It's not bad.
It's so funny, the whole Switzerland connection with the Northern Italians.
Yes.
I mean, that's why Francis has green eyes,
Yeah.
The
My
Northern
father
Italians were
yeah.
hanging out with the Swiss
Oh
a
yeah.
little too much.
Sylvia said that the Italians were teachers. They would come over across the border. They were housekeepers. They were, and she said sometimes they resented them because they were taking their jobs, and then they go back over the border.
Yeah.
But they were right on that Swiss border. When we went there, it was so close. It
So
was
close.
like wow.
My mother was born in the Alps.
What? Yeah.
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 My father had bright blue eyes. Oh, they were so beautiful, like the sky. And one person in our family had it, my oldest brother. And one person in his family had those eyes. I wanted them so badly.
I have hazel eyes like my dad, but
Yeah.
my mother had the blue eyes, the Foley's.
Yeah,
The
she
Foleys
did.
had beautiful
Yeah,
blue
she had
eyes.
beautiful eyes.
And Lynette and David have them, but I got the hazel ones,
Got the hazel ones. Mary has hazel eyes too, actually.
which I don't mind. I don't mind having them. But and sometimes, like if I was wearing that, they would look really green. If I
Yeah.
had green on.
Well, that's
Yeah.
the beauty of green eyes.
Yeah.
That's
So
right.
I found a picture in here, you guys, that is, I have no idea. We were talking about it the other night. Where was the famous elm? There's a picture in here of the famous Canaan elm, and I have no
Tom Sutterstrom.
idea.
He would know. It's not on the not on the field.
Oh, I'm
like,
trying to
was
think.
that on the,
No.
Because it's
I'm thinking Elm
enormous.
Street.
Yeah, maybe I don't know.
It is enormous. It might be in the other book, but
Tom would know.
yeah, he would. I didn't invite him.
We're not calling him right now.
We're not calling-
You're gonna
Actually,
edit that out, right?
Last night, after Brian chickened out, last night we were brainstorming, and one of the people we were thinking about we should invite to come was Catherine Boughton. Here it is.
Yep. But I don't know
But
where
where
it was.
is it?
It does look like it's in a field, doesn't it?
I
This
wondered
way?
if it was where this, not this, the field that they play.
The Lawrence?
No,
The Bunny McGuire
pavilion,
Park?
Yes, Bunny McGuire Park. I feel like it
Because
was
there is
there.
a really big, beautiful one there, but
I
this
feel
one
like
is.
it was
This
there.
says it's 72 feet tall.
But I
Spread of
don't
limbs 93 feet. Circumference 3 feet from the ground is 15 feet. The circumference is 15
It was
feet.
huge.
It looks like it's in the middle of a field.
It
though.
does.
It does.
I have a meeting with Tom, the committee at the high school on Wednesday. I'll
Will you
him.
ask him?
He'll know.
Sure.
He'll know
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll
He's a
know.
wealth of information.
He,
No.
he's-
really
he is amazing.
Yeah.
So, there's a picture of Elm Street. Now, to my knowledge, there's North Elm Street, but which one was Elm Street? Was Elm Street North Elm Street?
I think that's one and the same.
I think so.
So they just
I
changed
think
it
they
to
just
North?
changed
Yeah.
it to north.
Because they didn't, because when you go from the light at the firehouse towards Gear, that's, what's that? That's not, Church Terrace is up above.
That's-
Is that also Elm Street? I'm feeling like I should know this.
No,
No.
it's not. It's not. There's only. I think it's the same street.
I
I
think
think
that's the
Elm
same
is
street,
Elm.
North and Elm.
Yeah.
All right, well, it's hard to tell from, well, you know what, actually, it looks like the Lawrence Avenue. Or
Yeah.
the Lawrence Tavern there.
Yeah.
Which is really cool.
Yeah.
And West Main Street. A lot of those houses are still there. Of course, the famous Canfield Hotel.
Yes.
Oh, that was a beautiful building.
I
Yes.
never saw it.
We
Or
had
if
our
I
mail
did,
cart.
I
know.
The
Well, do you
post
know what-
office was there.
Yeah, so do you know
Yeah.
what year did they take it down? Because I remember.
There was a fire.
There was a fire.
It was 1982 or 83.
Was
So
it
I
that
did
late?
I did
thought
know
was
it.
Well, I'll
late
tell you why,
I thought it
because-
was late 70s, yeah.
I worked at the, I was an aide at that point in North Canaan Elementary School.
So,
There was a
okay.
fire there, and of course, I left and I threw a load of wash in my dryer, and you could see the outside. Well, the neighbors thought there was a fire in our house. So the fire company had to go from there to our house and check it out. Meanwhile, the neighbors called the school, and I'm running home because I'm thinking, oh my gosh, the dryer's on fire.
Yeah,
So I just felt so bad for the firemen, you know.
I know.
I know.
It was a sad day.
It was just a steam
It
coming
had
out.
gone into disrepair, but
I don't
yeah, it's too
remember it.
bad.
All I remember is Pat Pallone building,
Mm-hmm.
putting the parking lot in and
Yeah.
building the pharmacy, which my sister
Yeah.
called Caldors of Canaan.
I love that pharmacy.
No, me too.
It was nice. I mean, you could
you
buy
Pharmacy
know,
stuff
brought
there.
the whole town together.
When I worked in the bank, you know, the big brown bags, I would walk the money over to the post office and pick up the bag there and walk it back. Can you imagine doing that now?
I did that. I used to do that too.
You did too?
Oh yeah, every morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then the presidents of the bank decided they would do it. They decided that it was a good way to see people.
It was.
So they would.
So people
they
would always
get
want to
the
talk to
mail.
them if they're carrying giant bags of
Right,
money.
But it was mail. So they go
Oh,
and they
mail,
walk
okay.
to the post office. Then it was where it is now.
Yeah.
But they felt like that's a really good way to get out and see people.
And they get
So you
some
lost
fresh
your
air.
job.
Yeah.
You're
I lost
carrying-
my job. Yeah, I only went on rainy days or something. You know when it was.
Or when it was icy or
When it was
something.
like-
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
It kind of sounds like maybe the way women were treated back then, and
we had to fight
I don't know
for
what
everything.
Ted's doing. That's
Had to
right.
fight for everything.
You guys-
Sorry, I'm giving my, go back to that conversation, but I just want to give a round of applause to the two cameramen.
Yeah, I can see your arms getting a little. Take a break.
Hey,
We
not
could
about
take a
me,
break.
No,
All right, what else did we want to talk about?
I'll get you guys.
Oh, our favorite restaurant, mine was Johnny's.
Mine too.
Johnny's?
Johnny's and Joe's.
Where was
which one
Joe's?
Remember Joe's? He
Oh.
had custard. Joe Brogy.
Oh.
Joe Brogy.
Joe Brogy?
Joe Brogy had
Yep.
custard. He had a little restaurant up there where by the police barracks.
Yeah.
It was right there. We love that.
So the Brogies that we know, Dawn and Peter, they're
I think I think it's all the same family.
they must be.
My aunt
Because,
Olga Prodi
Joe
married
and B Brogy. Joe and she'd always give us a twist cone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta love the twist.
My father wouldn't eat anywhere that he couldn't see the kitchen and see what was cooked. We hardly ever went out.
We never went out because
Ever went
I
out.
remember going to Johnny's with my Uncle Joe. You guys remember my Uncle Joe?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Love Joe.
Oh yeah.
He was such a character, and that's the only time I ever went to Johnny's. I think was when he came to town and
Mm-hmm.
would take us little kids out for some treat or something.
Yeah. We
you
never
know.
went out.
No, we never, because my father wanted to see, he had to know the chef, he had to know the kitchen. And, my mother babysat for Joe and your aunt. She babysat for both of them.
No, Sister Mary was the coolest.
Sister Mary, yeah.
She actually, I have in my papers this whole thing that she wrote about what it was like living in Canaan in the 40s and how they wanted to earn some money. And so Poppy got them some chicks and they started up this whole chicken business in their backyard. And until some dog came in while they were at mass one day and killed all but one chick. And
Oh.
the police came and got them all the money back. And
That's really funny.
My grandfather Foley used to like to stop at the Tally Ho and play. He worked out of Maybrook. His engine was out of Maybrook, so he'd be gone all week.
oh,
And then he'd come home like Friday night, and he'd always stop at a poker game or somewhere. And one night he got stopped by a cop. The cops called, and my dad and Tony Catinelli had to go over and get him. And when he came back, it was really late at night, and it was like, well, he can't go home to my grandmother like this. We've got to give him some coffee, and because my grandmother didn't drink, she hated whiskey and booze, hated it. And so what's he do but come in the house with 4 rabbits he won in this poker game, like real live rabbits.
So did they
And it
start
was
a rabbit
right around
farm?
Easter. It was right around Easter. And my mother was just horrified. She's like, what are you going to do with those, Dad?
Oh my
He
gosh.
said, well, you're all going to have one. And of course, we were all up, and it's like, oh, I want the white bunny, and
So you weren't going to eat them?
no, oh God, no, they were little fluffy. No, we didn't eat rabbits.
Oh,
I
Aunt
know
Polly used to make.
they may have ended up being eaten because they did
Polenta and rabbit.
disappear.
Oh,
they
yeah.
did disappear.
Yeah.
And
We
I
ate
know the
rabbits.
Rivas ate rabbit.
Oh yeah.
But so we all got bunnies for Easter, and and then they disappeared. They were gone.
Yeah, I
And
wonder
my
where
mother said
they
the
went.
neighbor's German Shepherd got it.
Oh.
I have a feeling it might have ended up in stew or something.
Yeah. Supposedly it's even better than chicken. Mary buys it sometimes.
Yeah,
She's a big.
I
Yeah.
never could quite eat the bunny.
We never ate the bunnies around here. We got them in Torrington someplace.
Torrington bunnies.
No,
They
I
were
mean,
probably better.
they were all cleaned and cut up
Foreign
and everything.
bunnies. Yeah, they were. He was something else, but it
Well,
was.
I got a rabbit for Easter one year, a white rabbit. I loved it so much, but it was a pregnant rabbit. And it had little bunnies, so my father built a nice cage. We weren't watching the bunnies, but we ended up with 3 or 4 cages, and they kept multiplying, you know
They
how
do
rabbits
that,
do.
yeah.
My mother got really upset. She got so sick of these rabbits, and, so she let them all go. They ate the garden. They did.
The bunnies are the worst in my garden.
Oh
I'll
yeah,
tell you.
they're
I don't
awful.
like bunnies in my
No.
garden either. But before we go back, somebody influential that we have to talk about, and she was very influential to me, was Catherine Roback.
Oh, I love Catherine.
Oh,
yeah.
you-
Catherine,
well.
oh, I knew her. She was my mentor. She would come in the bank every Friday at we were open till 6 or we were
my
open
God.
late, maybe 5. I think we kept cutting down on the hours, but she would come in at 4 o'clock, and she would sit in my office.
Really?
And some people would want to come in and do, like Jerry would want to come in, or somebody would want to come in, and the minute they saw Catherine, they just turn around and off they would.
Because they were a little afraid
Because they
of
were
her.
very
She was
intimidated
wonderful.
by her.
She was our lawyer.
She was my
Yeah.
father's lawyer. That's how we got the house, the land we got. It was owned by the Rinaldi family. And my dad wanted, because it was bordering our house, and he wanted that lot for a garden.
Yeah.
And Mr. Rinaldi would not sell it to him. Not just to him, but to anybody. And Catherine went up and talked him into it and called my dad and said, it's yours, and signed the papers. And she was wonderful to us, to our family. And Mike worked for her.
Oh,
Mike
did
did a
he?
lot of work for
Did
her.
he?
I don't think a lot of people realized all that she did.
Oh, and she defended the Black Panther.
Oh, yeah.
Black
Yeah.
Panther. She was my inspiration. She
Yeah.
would have these huge piles. All her stuff would be in these huge piles in her office. Bonnie White could talk for her because she worked for her forever.
Was her office in where the Historical Society is? Was
yes.
Yeah,
that-
come
Yeah.
on in. Have you
Yeah.
been in recently?
No,
we
I have
have her
not.
desk.
Yeah.
We have her type. We have everything there.
And I'd go in, and there'd be this huge pile, and
Yeah.
I'd go in to do notary work. Anything I would just go over. And one day she's like, "Oh, that paper is here somewhere," and this huge. And I started to. I thought, well, I'll help her look, and she said, "Get your hands off my pile." And it was like, okay, I'm good with it. And it was like, and she reached right in and pulled it out of that pile. But she was an amazing woman, and she
was.
helped so many people in this town.
Yeah.
And her father too, Judge Rohrback.
Yeah.
They helped so many people in this town.
Is her nephew the one that was a
Andrew.
Yeah.
Is he still around?
Yes.
He's still
He's
around.
still around.
Yeah.
When Matt was in the ag program at the high school, he was in the House of Representatives, I think.
Yes, he was.
He was. And Matt would go for ag. He would go down to learn about parliamentary procedure and
yeah.
things, and Andrew would take him. So he would call the house, and he'd say, Mrs. Devino, this is Andrew. Is Matthew around? And I thought it was a kid. At first, I thought it was one of his friends. It would be like,
He did look kind of young.
by his voice, and I would say, yeah, he's here, and I'd hear Matt, and he'd say, can I go with Andrew? He's going to pick me up, and I'd say, what? I thought it was Andrew and Nia or somebody. You know, it was like, no, Andrew and Nia can't pick you up. And I got on the phone, and it was Andrew, and he would pick Matt up and take him to.
That FFA is the best.
Oh my.
Yeah, he was a
Ted
wonderful
did it.
guy. We gave Catherine the Community Award of Merit at the high school.
Yeah,
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
She was wonderful.
Well, then who
whole
else would you
family.
guys? I mean, I obviously love John Bianchi.
John
Oh, I love
Bianchi, I
John
love
Bianchi.
John too.
He was so much fun.
He was the nicest. And he was Jeannie's godfather, but he was so kind. He always, like, if he would see me somewhere and he'd be with all these big important people, he'd come right over and
Yeah, he
give
always
me a
did.
hug and
He was my Uncle Mike's best friend. They were the same age.
yeah,
Wonderful man.
He
Yeah.
was really wonderful.
We had quite the wonderful people in this
I
town.
know.
We
I'm
still
trying
do.
to think
we
who
still
else.
do.
Who else was a really influential?
He was Ellen Fuller. Remember the
Oh,
savings
Fuller
bank?
Hardware.
I have a picture.
Fuller
of
Hardware?
I have a picture because that's where
No.
the first bank was right there on that.
Yeah, it was savings bank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Canaan National. That was their first place. Wasn't it split? Their Fuller Hardware, and I think,
Yeah,
and
you're
then
right.
the bank, Canaan
Yeah.
National, was there.
Yeah.
I have
On
a
the other
picture of
side
it in
on,
there.
on
Yeah.
Railroad Street.
Yeah. I was just gonna see if I had.
I know. Did you guys have anybody else that you thought we should talk about?
Let's see.
I asked Betsy last week. I said, or I gave her this, and she goes, "Oh, favorite teacher? I hated school."
I did have a favorite
you
teacher though.
remember?
Mrs. Trant was I loved Mrs. Trant.
I loved
She was
her.
the principal, but I loved Mrs. Trant.
Yeah. I remember first grade though, Miss Helen. Well, this is before your time, and I really loved her because in that room, it was a huge room, was a huge playhouse.
Oh.
I'll never forget that. And we could go in there when we finished our whatever we're doing. I mean, first grade, it was wonderful. And then of course, let's see, I don't remember second, but remember Miss Colligan? Did you have her?
No, she was gone by the time I got
And
there.
her
But I remember her
penmanship.
name.
She,
That was
we
Miss
had
Hammond.
penmanship, and
Miss
I always
Hammond.
wanted to be able to write like her. It was so beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
The
Like
writing.
Rosemary Kilty. That's the
Oh,
most
yeah.
beautiful
Yeah.
Yep.
writing.
And then fourth grade, Miss Bradshaw.
I
had
remember
her.
that name.
I had Miss Bradshaw.
And
I
if your
didn't have her,
penmanship
but-
was really good, you got an inkwell.
Ooh,
That was great. But the funny thing is with her, she had a twin sister. And
I didn't know that.
she was twin sister was visiting, and we thought, gee, Miss Bradshaw, she's dressed the same and everything, but her voice is a little bit different. And blah blah blah. We're thinking.
Talk
So
about
anyway-
tricking small children.
Yeah, really.
What's wrong?
So then, and walks Miss Bradshaw. I want to introduce you to
Were
my
they
sister.
were identical twins?
They were identical
I did,
twins.
wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
What about Miss Hitchcock?
She was there when I was there.
She
I didn't
was one of
have
my
her.
She
favorites.
wasn't there when I was there, but I worked with her at the elementary school.
Well, she was Dad's age.
She
I
was
think she went to
wonderful.
school with my
Mary.
dad.
Yeah.
Or no, with Sister
Yeah.
Mary. She was in Sister
Mary,
Mary's
yeah,
class.
Yeah.
I had Miss Hammond that
I
year.
liked her.
I liked her, but you know, you heard about Gloucester.
Gloucester.
The whole year she was from Gloucester.
Gloucester.
But I had Mrs. McCarthy for my kindergarten teacher, Frank's first wife. She was a wonder. Oh, she was so kind.
Well, what
and
about
sweet.
Mayford Allen?
She came later.
She was the
she came,
nicest.
She came after
You
that.
probably had Mayfred.
I did.
You probably
She
did because
was
she came after.
She was a sweetheart.
kindergarten. She
Mrs.
was so
McCarthy did. She
wonderful.
died of I think it was cancer.
I think
Very
so.
young. And then I had Mrs. Brown for first grade.
Brown, second grade.
And then I had Mrs. Holmes for second grade.
What about Mrs. Green?
Mrs.
Do you
no,
remember
she
Mrs.
came
Green?
later. She
Okay.
came later.
Yeah,
she came later.
yeah,
My kids had her.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they had. She stayed a long time.
Yeah.
She stayed too long.
She's one of those ones who stayed.
She
I worked
overstayed
with her.
too long.
Yeah.
And then Miss Bradshaw in
Yeah.
fourth, and I didn't have Bill Godburn's grandmother, Mrs. Godburn, taught third, and I had Mrs.
Oh,
Dower.
yeah, Mrs. Godburn.
I had Ron Dower's
Ron
mother.
Dower's mom.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Let's
Miss
see.
Hammond for fifth, and
Sixth
Mr. Booth for
grade.
sixth.
Mr. Booth? You had Mr. Booth? I had
did.
Mr.
I had
Booth.
Mr. Booth, and Mr. Glennon for seventh,
Oh, I had Mr. Glennon too.
and Carmela.
And Carmela. Talk
And I
about
can't remember. I
stay too
think
long.
it was Mr. Manser. He didn't stay long. And Mr. Caparel, who I was terrified of. We were all afraid of him. huge temper, but he retired the year before I went in, so it was
Really?
I was really shy. I was very shy.
Were you?
I don't know
come
what
on,
happened,
Betsy.
but
I
I
don't know
really
what
was.
happened
I don't know, but
I was too. I was really
very,
shy.
very shy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What happened to us?
I don't
I don't know. I guess I decided one day if I was going to make it, I had to pick myself up, and
Yeah.
Susie for Carol was my best friend. She was pretty shy too. Susie and
All right, so
Lisa.
Susie's an
Lisa
Allen.
Pizzetta, yeah. Susie, Lisa Pizzetta, Lisa de Protesini, Rosemary. We all were Leslie DeLone, Chrissy
I-
Zucco,
They
Chrissy
were
Gay.
lifeguards. Yeah,
We were all in the
Chrissy.
same class.
love
Yeah, I was a
Chrissy.
lifeguard, too.
Is Sally still? Where is Sally? Sally
Sally-
Curtis is living down by Chrissy now.
She lives with Chrissy.
She lives
think.
with
Does she?
Chrissy.
I think so.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think Chrissy had her
Yeah.
moved in
She's
with her.
one of the nicest people.
And beautiful. Oh,
Oh, she was our postmistress when I
Yeah.
first moved to East
Yeah.
Canaan.
she was there a
I
long
love
time.
her.
Do you remember Eugenie Bojan, sixth
Yeah.
grade?
I had her too.
Yeah.
That's who I had.
Yeah.
I had her and Mr. Booth for sixth grade,
Yeah.
and we. That was the year you started going to Mr. Booth for
Switching
math and
class.
science.
Yes.
Yeah, you started switching.
Oh my God, we
class.
did that too, and we had
Yeah.
Mrs. Christina was our English
Yeah.
and social studies teacher, Lorraine,
Yeah.
or Lorraine Christinet.
Christinette, yep.
And the kids
Christina,
all had
Christina.
Mrs. Christina's son for medals, and when they were in high school, did you take medals too?
Michael had Mrs. Christina for
Yeah.
second grade.
I liked her.
After Mrs. Green, because Michael had Mrs. Green.
It was not good.
It was awful. It was just awful.
Well, you know, it's,
And Keith Oler. Keith and Michael were in the same class.
Oh, okay.
And Missy and I would get a phone call every single day
Oh.
at 3 o'clock that Keith and Michael were putting the girls in jail out at recess. And Beth Osborne, who's now the principal,
Oh,
and
yes.
you know that
Beth
whole
was the same age
as
as
Michael.
yours, Michael?
Yeah, they were in the same class, and they were putting them in jail. So it happened every single day, and it was like, so I would, and he's got toys. He's bringing toys. You gotta get his, you know. I would go through his backpack, and he'd have these little, Hot Wheels and stuff. I'd go through his backpack. I had 3 kids, and I had to take him to the bus and get all the other 2.
Whatever
And
things he
Lisa
was
was a tiny baby
stowing
when he
away.
was in there. So
Yeah.
finally, I went and I said, "Take them away. Take his toys away.
Yeah.
I'm trying. I'm doing the best I can. I've told him, if you find him with him, just take him.
Yeah.
Throw him away. I don't care what you do. He's been told he's not to have them." But she would take him and put him in a drawer. And so Missy and I got so tired of getting called every single day. So we went to the town pool and snuck up on the hill. And we're laying on the hill watching Recess. to see what they were doing that was so awful.
Yeah.
And the jungle gym was open. I said, "Martha, they can't possibly be locking the girls in the jungle gym. It's wide open."
Oh, yeah.
So Missy, I wish I had a picture of us, the two of us.
That is fantastic.
Ask Missy. I'm sure she'll
You
remember.
know, people are not that brave anymore. You will not find mothers crawling up the sides of,
We had
right?
just-
Am I right?
Oh, maybe not.
I bet there are a few. But Missy and I said, "Have you had it as much as I have?" And she said, "Oh God, what are?" And
She was old when I had her.
Oh,
Oh,
She definitely had white hair.
you're talking about Mrs. Green?
Mrs. Green.
Yeah.
Okay, when I
Martha
was an
Green.
aide there, I worked with her.
Yeah, I
And
did
she'd
too.
say, "Can you take this group of reading?" I'd say, "Sure." They were the worst kids in the class.
Yeah.
And I would just say, "I'm not taking this. You're either going to sit there and whatever."
Right.
And they did,
Yeah.
but she didn't have the discipline.
She didn't. And she was all over the
Yeah.
place with him.
Yeah.
And then they went into second grade, and he had Lorraine Christina, him and Keith both. And Michael he was a fabulous artist, but he would, you probably have to edit this out, but he would draw, he was trying to shock her, and he would shock Martha. And
Yeah.
so he would draw a picture of a kid sitting on a toilet pooping, and he'd show them. So, and she would call me up. It was like, and I said, and I said, "He's doing this to shock you." I
Yeah.
said, "Give him an F, give him an S, don't accept, I
Yeah.
don't." So frustrated. He gets in the second grade, and he's got Lorraine Christina. And he comes home with this paper. And he tried it again. The kid sitting on the toilet pooping, and on the top she's got S plus plus plus. Great artwork. Loved your artwork, Michael.
Finally, she learned.
And this was Lorraine Christinet, and I was working at the school. Yeah, it was second grade. I was working. I said, "Thank you." She said, "All you have to do is not make it a big deal," and that was the end of it. Ended right there.
Basic psychology.
Yeah, yeah. But she would not. She just would not give up on it, and it was my first child. I was so excited about him going to school, and it just was an awful year with her.
Well, they always would take kids apart. Like probably Ted and Max were in the same kindergarten or first grade class, and then they probably were never in the same class again.
Right. Yeah.
But they get smart about
They separated
Will and
Michael
Kyle.
and Keith too.
Yeah, they figure out how to separate them.
They separated them, and then of course my brother's son Jared was in the same class.
Oh, Jared is at the same age.
Yeah,
Oh
Jared.
my gosh.
So they were all, and Katie Godburn.
Oh boy.
Well, Katie,
Lots of
they
cousins.
take that back. Katie was with Matt. Katie and Kurt were with Matt, and Jesse Tripp, and that was a big class. But
Well.
Well, have you shown everything that you guys brought?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Why don't you
God,
guys
I
show?
will. Let's do some show
Let's
and
do
tell.
let's do show and tell. Is there anything you wanna?
Addresses to the
Well, this
camera.
is the only one I brought. I didn't,
oh
Show
well.
us it.
Yes, show it, Bunny.
Okay.
Well, this is how I got the name Bunny.
No way.
Yeah,
That little?
yeah.
You've
because,
had that name that long?
Yeah, when they brought me home, apparently I was in this fluffy blanket, and my brother said, "Well, she looks like a little
Let
bunny."
me see, Bunny. Oh, you did. Look how.
So,
You do look like a little bunny
did.
there.
so that's how I got the name Bunny.
Look at always brought your babies home in white. They did. Mine came home
Really?
in white too.
that again, quick?
Well, there was always a Clementine in the Perotti family.
Really?
Yep.
Is
and
Clementine an Italian name?
Yes.
When I was born, my great grandmother passed away. I was going to be Shirley, and so I was Clementine. I'm Clementine. There were two other Clementines in the Perotti family when I was. They were older than me.
Okay, I don't know any other Clementine in the entire world.
Yep.
No, me either.
Yep. There was Clementine. There were two Clementine Perottis, but they were that much older. I had a Zia Maria too. She lived right up the road.
Your
She
aunt
was
is
my grandmother.
Aunt. Zia means aunt, doesn't
Aunt,
it?
yeah. And she always wore the stockings. You know how they up here, but they'd roll them down with elastic.
Yep.
And she'd say, "Oh, Cara." She'd reach, roll down her stocking, pull out a dollar bill.
Oh.
Mama Riva used to give us a shiny silver dollar every Christmas.
Oh, how nice.
And I saved, I think I might still have some of them. I saved them. And, it was, of all the gifts we got, it was so special to get that,
Oh, yeah.
that great big shiny dollar. But, I've got a picture of,
On my paper route, I had a paper route in second grade with my brother Tom. And this one place would give us a $50 every week, and that was my pay. I had all these $50.
this was the East Canaan baseball team.
Oh my!
I'm going to have to
goodness.
get some pictures out.
I've got so many.
Nobody's
I'll bore
smiling.
you.
And do you think that people are
wouldn't
not
let them,
smiling
right?
because it takes so long to take a photo that they just, what's the point?
Maybe.
Like
Huh. Oh, let's see. I have a picture of Louis DeBarberry and his mother.
Okay, so the DeBarberries are
That was
related.
Lynette and I. We
The
used to
the DeBarberries, wasn't it Rose?
Rose Van de Bogart.
Betsy and Lynette. Look
Yeah,
at you.
We played piano.
Daughters of Mr. and Mrs.
Who did
Angel
you have
Riva.
for piano teacher?
Mrs. Travis, because she lived across the street.
Oh, I guess a Canfield.
Yeah, she lived across the street
So
from
Lynette's
us. So
like 2 years younger than you?
Three.
3
Yeah,
years younger?
3
She's
years.
Mary Ann's age? Or
her and Mary Ann went to school together. But we used to, we would have to play these duets. And then Leroy Riva got us playing for the, I guess
Oh,
it was
this
a
is so
John Deere night at this high school, and I think it started out at the grammar school. Look at the hair. We'd have
So cute.
hair and rollers. My mother dressed us like we were twins, even though we were very different. But so we played these duets. So
Yeah.
we get, And we got so tired of these. Everywhere we went, we were being, could you come here and play duets here? So all these community functions, and it was like, I don't want to play duets anymore. I just don't want to play duets.
You're such a rebel.
We played duets, and Brad Davis was the MC at the
Brad Davis.
I met Brad Davis.
Oh my God.
It was John Deere night at the high
Did
school.
he have like red curly hair?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I have a picture somewhere. I couldn't find it. And Lynette we were all set to go on, and we had this big piano, and they rolled it out on the stage, and we were all set to go on, and she had never worn stockings. And my mother made her wear stockings, and they were driving her crazy. And just as we were ready to start, she ran off the stage to fix her stockings. And there I was,
Playing your
ready
duet by yourself.
Hadn't started, and it was like, oh my God. And I remember looking out and seeing my mother race off out of the audience. And so we all stood there. So Brad Davis came out to try to fit until they got Lynette to come back on the stage, and he talked to me. And David had all his friends out in the auditorium. Johnny Negri, Francis Kablinski, James Victory. They were all out in the audience.
Yeah.
And every time, and Brad would say, "What's your name?" And I'd say, "Betsy, Riva," and they'd all clap. And and everything I would say, they would, "Yay!"
Oh my gosh, Brad Davis.
Yeah, and I remember thinking, how are we ever going to get out of this? But
So she fixed her stockings?
she fixed her stockings, came back
You
on,
know,
and we
stockings
played.
are evil.
They were.
They're
And they
horrible.
were, I think they were like the old, they weren't like pantyhose. They were garter belts and
Oh, yeah, they were.
all that
Well,
nonsense.
so I actually had just this one thought. Was everybody at Steve Blass Day in 1971? I remember
I think
it.
I might have a picture of it.
I mean, how many thousands of people were in the parking lot? You guys really missed it.
Thousands.
Thousands.
I bet your mother was there. Because everybody, I bet
Everybody
your
was there.
dad was there, Sarah. And
What
your
year
grandma.
was that?
1971.
'Cause that was the year I graduated from high school. And
I'll
we were
never
all
forget.
there.
It was
That was
so
a special day.
That was
exciting.
special.
It was so special. He signed baseballs for my boys.
We
I
have one
them
right
in-
there.
Yeah, I have them in my
Yep,
cabinet.
I have one.
Yep. He's such a great guy. He's
He
actually on
is.
my photo frame over there from when we had dinner a couple of years ago.
With
You
all
guys
my
both
stuff.
remember Evil Coopernick?
He was my same
Oh.
age as me. He was just a year, maybe a year older.
You remember him
Evil
coming down
Knievel.
off the roof?
Off the depot.
Off the state,
Off the
the
depot.
railroad station. Oh
Yeah.
my
They built
gosh.
it. They built a
I
little
vaguely
thing for
remember.
him, and he
Yeah.
came.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so funny.
Why did he do that?
Because that's how he lived. That's how he was. He was.
Actually,
he
you
was-
never knew what he was going
You
to
didn't.
do.
Okay, now is
didn't.
this the same person as Evil Knievel?
Well, he was pretending to be
Evil Knievel.
Yeah,
Okay.
He was pretending.
Have you guys ever heard of Evil Knievel?
So what happened? Go through it.
Oh, he went down. It was successful.
Yeah.
And
He
everybody
lived,
clapped, and everybody was
clapped,
there, and then we went in
Yeah.
and drank.
Yeah.
I don't know if I did, because I wasn't drinking age, but I got too many pictures. That is the bank at some kind of anniversary.
Yeah, and right next to is the firehouse.
Is
And
the
I remember when they
firehouse.
tore down the
Yeah.
firehouse, we walked up there and took a piece of cement, Dad and I.
Yep, a brick or something
Yeah,
from
we
it.
took a little brick. No, it's a parking lot. That's a great photo.
You'll love this one.
So that's before that building next to it was built,
Ah,
where Raynard and Pierce was.
that's right.
That wasn't built until later?
What?
Because you can't see it. You can't see Raynard and Pierce in that picture.
No, that was open. Because the drive up used to go around there. It might have been there. I think it was there.
See
think
it
it
though.
I think it was there too.
I think it was too.
I think
There's not that much.
Raynard
Oh,
and
you know what it
Pierce
is?
Added on.
Guess what? The bank added on.
Yes,
the
bank
wing
did add
of the
on.
bank.
The wing,
Oh,
you're
right,
right.
yeah.
That's
the wing
where
of the
that's
bank.
where I'm getting the confusion.
Well, this is a great picture. This is the Housatonic Valley Regional High School class of 1942. Inez Hitchcock is in here. Leo Segala is in here. My mother, that was her class.
My dad was
Lots
the class of
and
1950.
Bunny will probably know.
Bunny was what? 54?
55.
55. Oh my goodness. It doesn't not. It's so funny to look at this because I mean, how many people are in this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 times. What's 12 times 8? 72.
Where's my
84,
calculator?
86. Anyway,
92?
that's not. We had a lot bigger class than my class. We had 133.
We only
That's
had
a big
82
class.
in our class.
Look at how they
Oh
did
my
it.
goodness, how they did that.
That is really cool.
Uncle L was in the first class.
Was
Yep.
He was?
Elio
1939?
Yep.
And you may remember this, I don't, the Vosburg store where the Canaan National Bank sits now.
I remember the name Vosburg.
I don't remember the store though.
This is the
Where the
Clemens-
bank was.
Where the bank was.
Oh.
That's where the bank was.
Huh.
That's what it says on there. And then this is the Clemens house, now occupied by the state police.
Oh, did you get this, Ted? Now so this was where the state police barracks was?
Yeah, that's what it says.
Huh. That's really cool. Clemens. I don't know any Clemens. Do you guys know any Clemenses?
No.
No.
Samuel Clemens.
Samuel, yeah.
Okay,
Mark
Clemens.
Twain.
Mark
Mark
Twain.
Twain.
I don't think he was in Canaan. Wait a minute. It says here. Oh, guess what?
What?
Purchased by Snet Telephone Company. This is next to the funeral home and the library.
Yes.
Yes.
They must have
Because that's
torn-
where
they
the
tore
police
it down,
barracks
right?
was. Yeah.
Do you remember the fire company right on Main Street?
Yeah.
Yes.
And they'd put a bulletin board out and tell you where the fire was?
Right.
No.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
would.
they would.
They
And
would
the
write
kids-
it like a chalkboard or
Yeah,
something.
chalkboard, and the kids would ride up with their bicycle and say, "You know where the fire is now?"
This was the Knights of Columbus, and my grandfather and John Bianchi, and I don't know who Bill Morris was, were masters of ceremony in the parade.
Which one is John? Oh, John
I
A.
think yes,
Bianchi,
John A.
his
Old,
father.
yes, his father.
So,
Oh, Betsy, this is wonderful.
It's
So-
like I have a million of these.
so John A. Bianchi, obviously John F.'s father, he's the one who started the Bianchi store, right?
Yes.
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 And
He was a dapper guy.
And he lived in the little tiny house out back behind the Bianchis, and he owned that apartment building that is now a sober house on
Yeah.
West Main Street.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's my father and my Uncle
1969.
Yeah.
Paul. My father and my Uncle Paul. These are pictures.
That's the thing, is like when you have to stand still for so long to get a photo, you stop
Yeah.
smiling, right?
I don't think but they told me they didn't allow them to smile.
Why?
Because
Really?
some people didn't have teeth.
Oh.
And there was a reason, but they weren't allowed to smile. Oh, here's the DeBarberries.
Now, was Rose Vanderbogart?
She was a DeBarberry,
She was a
Louis'
DeBarberry.
daughter.
Yeah.
Her and Luann.
We ran
Her and
into her
Luann.
at the
Yeah.
cemetery with my father-in-law, and my father-in-law, who, doesn't have like some boundaries and stuff. He said something to her like, "You looking really plump," or something like that.
They used to love to say that. This is Louis DeBarberry and his mother. Remember his mother? She used to snap the peas and
Yeah, remember she was always in black.
and she had those boots. Well, she's in black
The-
there
the-
too.
yeah, the-
I don't know who's on the other side of that
the
either.
boots. She always wore the boots, and she
Always
always
wore the
gave you
boots,
candy.
and gave you candy when you went by. And the kids, we would ride by on our bicycles, and kids would steal her apples because they have everything out on the.
Yeah, everything
And
was
she'd
out.
come out and she'd be, "No, stealing my fruit." She hardly. She must have spoken some English, but I never heard her.
I never.
It's like
She
you
used
know,
to talk Italian to my parents
all the
Yeah.
time. And so the kids would ride by, and I would never. I was like, I had this thing about, because
About
my
stealing?
mother, yeah, my
Maybe it was
mother used
wrong?
to say, when you live in the town of
I see
Canaan,
that?
there's no reason to steal anything, because if you need something, somebody
yeah.
will give it to you. So
Yeah.
that was like ingrained in my, so I would never, I'd walk by with my friends, and one day she's out there, and she says, "What do you know like of my peaches?"
Where was that store? Was it right on Railroad Street?
Yes, yep, it was next
Yeah.
to Jack's Market.
Jack's.
Do you know, it'd be really good to do a big picture of her and put it outside that building.
Yeah.
I
The
mean,
one on
because
Railroad?
it's- Yeah.
I'm sure that.
And then a picture of Jack.
Rosalinda or
Oh, Jack was my favorite.
Yeah.
Jack, yeah.
Yeah, people used to just go buy meat at the meat store.
Yep. And he'd bring out these big sides of beef and out in
Yeah.
this, and they'd roll it out. My mother would say, get this cut and don't let him put too much fat in it. So we go down every night. We didn't shop.
Yeah.
We went down every night and got our Vienna bread and our milk.
From DeSillo's?
From DeSillo's. And then
Yeah.
Helbling's was a Jewish bakery across where the, what's that new restaurant
Industry?
is? Industry is. That was
Yeah.
Helbling's.
Yeah.
Oh, I never heard of that.
Oh, they would bring, they had the best
It's
pastries.
so good.
And then, and DeBarberries, and then we stop at Jack's, and then we go to the drugstore. And
And
everywhere
yeah.
we went, they fed us. Here, take this, and be like, when you go home, don't, you eat your dinner. That's Railroad Street.
Oh, look at that.
These are
Rexall
wonderful.
Drugs with the luncheonette.
I have a million more.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Yeah, I remember going to DeSillo's Bakery on Saturday morning. Dad would take me and Jeannie and Chrissy in our pajamas up and get donuts at DeSillo's. And Mrs. DeSillo was the sweetest.
She was.
yeah.
Eva? Was it Eva or,
Eva's-
or Eva's mother?
Eva's mother.
Mother-in-law.
Mother-in-law.
Yeah, she was very sweet.
Yeah.
This, I guess, is Mr. Coe. Vic Coe
Is he the one that worked at
this
the
train
depot?
station
Yeah.
at the depot. It's not. It's
So the Coes, are they the same Coes that
Mike Coe.
Mike Coe?
Yeah.
Same family.
Okay.
And he worked at I think he was the station master or something there.
Yeah.
And
back then.
Diane
But that's a
Coe
whole
was
big story about her.
Diane was
Segala.
Lotz.
She was a lot.
A lot,
Yeah.
which is a
Her mother was
Segala.
Mary Segala.
Yeah,
Segala.
Diane is the nicest
Yeah,
person.
she is.
I think she was in my sister Marianne's class, maybe.
I think,
Was she?
no, she was behind her.
Okay.
She was behind her a couple of years. This is the Railroad Days schedule, July 26th through August.
you know, I looked at-
Original with the sidewalk sales and the,
I
see,
I need to get a picture of
1984.
that because we're doing it again this year.
yeah.
Sidewalk sales. I love the sidewalk sales. That's when we would go up and get clothes
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
us too.
on sale.
Yeah.
It was so much fun.
I remember I got a raincoat, a London fog raincoat at Bianchi's that I could never have afforded.
Can you
Yeah.
believe the number of sponsors, the number of
Yeah.
stores that
Yeah.
were in our town? I mean,
Oh, our
what
town
is that,
was
like
the
1,
hub.
2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 times, what's 13 times 6?
Yeah.
Stop
But this
asking
is-
math questions.
That's amazing. Look at the side, look at that.
You know what? I'm going to take a picture of this if
Yeah,
you don't
absolutely.
mind.
No, you're welcome
Because
to.
they want to do it the way they used to.
And that was
um,
that was downtown Canaan when I
Yeah.
was, in my 20s. Before that, it was even bigger.
Yeah.
It was,
Oh,
Yeah.
it was wonderful.
Oh.
It was
But
just
see, now
wonderful.
people go to
I'm gonna
Dick's
leave this
Sporting
Well, what
Goods.
happened is people go to these big box stores, and that ruined Canaan.
I just want to leave it out so I can take
Yeah,
a picture after.
Ted wants to take a.
Oops, I'm sorry.
All right, so we'll set this one aside.
These are the old trains that used to come.
Did
My-
your father take all these pictures?
These were like newspaper, I
Yeah.
think, clippings from my grandfather. This is the old station looking
He
south.
did something. Your grandfather worked for the.
He was an engineer on the train,
Oh.
on the New Haven line.
Oh,
Yeah, he actually was the engineer. I think it was Roosevelt's train when he was campaigning.
really?
I think I might have a picture of it in
My
here.
grandparents were huge Roosevelt
Well,
fans.
he was an engineer on that train. He was quite the guy. Mike Foley was quite the guy. Yeah, these are just old pictures that I've.
Oh, isn't it
Is
wonderful?
that? No, that's old. That's Falls Village. That's Falls
1890.
Village.
That's Falls
99.
Village, yeah.
This is a picture from 1899. That is really wild.
These are all Falls Village. This is this is the Twin Lakes Railroad Station.
Where is that?
Where
It's
was
no
it?
longer.
It's not there anymore.
No,
okay.
it's
No,
no
but where
longer.
was it over there? Do you remember?
I think it was right near O'Hara's somewhere near there.
Oh,
I
but
could be
this
wrong.
is a pretty cool photo. So there's the depot, but look at the cars.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
yeah.
I love doing that.
I've
I
got
look
some
at the
pictures
cars.
of some real old cars here too. I could keep you here forever. This is the former bridge over Route 44 in East Canaan.
Oh,
That's
What bridge?
that's right down in the field there. I'm like trying to.
Before the
There's
East
still
Canaan
a
church.
chimney, yeah.
Yeah.
By the East
Where?
Canaan Church.
Yeah.
By the East Canaan Church. That
There was a
field.
bridge?
There was
You
a
can
bridge.
still see part of it.
You can still see a little
Yeah.
part of it there.
oh, because of the iron industry? Is that
Yeah,
why
I think
they
so.
had a?
They had,
Yeah.
and because of the quarry, I think the quarry
Well, there was a
there
lot of like there was a train tracks right there
Yeah.
and up by the
yeah,
shop.
and it was the quarries because they load everything onto the quarries.
You want to see this? Is that why you're, Ted?
These are like
These are wonderful.
this is the Salisbury Station, the Water Tower at Library Street and Taconic, and the Iron Bridge. Don't remember any of those.
So, yeah. Yeah. Oh, so there was the bridge that went over the Housatonic and Green Acres, too. Do you think this was that? Because it's all gone now. Have you ever taken
I don't.
the river down there and gone? Because there's still a lot of steel there, so you can't really canoe through it unless the river's really high. We did it one time. Me and Ted did it on kayaks with my whole family
Really?
in canoes.
It could be. It could be. This is really special. This
This is
was in the
great.
Lakeville Journal, or maybe Connecticut Western. Then this was the Riva family reunion.
Oh boy! There's Auntie Lucy. Auntie Lucy.
They should all be in there.
Catherine Stewart. I have her umbrella out there. I use it all the time. When she
kidding.
died, somebody brought her umbrella over, and I said, "Oh, I like that umbrella." So they gave it to me. But Auntie Jenny, oh, was she the one who fell off into at Becky's wedding shower? We had the shower here, and this used to be a step down.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, and she fell. And was it her brother Aresta? Was her brother?
No,
What was her brother? What was her brother that she lived with?
That was who are you talking about?
Auntie Jenny
Auntie Jenny. She lived with. Well, she
on
lived
Allendale.
with. That was Lucy.
No, Lucy lived down here on Lower
Lucy
Road.
lived here.
Yep.
Jenny lived on.
Allendale.
Well, there was a Riva family on Allendale.
Well, there's Gramp.
I don't remember.
There's Gramp, Ernest, and Oh, it was Aresta.
Aresta. Of
Aresta.
course.
Aresta.
Aresta was.
And cousin Angel. Look at that. Catherine, Jenny.
Jenny was a great
Lucy.
cook.
Jenny was a great cook.
Lucy always had a wig on, and
Lucy always.
they were
and
so.
she smoked a corncob
She
pipe.
smoked a pipe, and she never had any children.
And she always had asthma.
And
attacks.
she
I love
she would
Lucy.
make these rolls for family gatherings, and some of the not nice cousins would make fun of her rolls, and I always thought that was very mean.
She was one of my favorites.
But Auntie Mary, is that the Auntie Mary Riva that I'm thinking of, or is that a different Mary Riva? The one that was
yeah, that's her.
you know.
The other Mary was my Aunt Mary.
Okay, so who was
That's Rose.
Who's remember Ted, Auntie Mary with the salami, and she used to make that unbelievable carrot cake.
Yeah,
Auntie Mary
that's
Riva.
Mary Riva. That's
and
Linda's mother.
Linda's mother.
Linda's mother. And Carol and
But
Kathy's
that wouldn't be
mother.
her because she was married
No.
to a Riva.
Yeah.
Yeah, that wouldn't be her.
Now this was the
Mary's a
original
very popular
sisters.
Yeah. There was a Mary Perotti.
Well, so
know.
my
That was
aunt-
a good one.
My aunt told me it's a Catholic. It's actually a Catholic tradition to name the first daughter Mary.
Oh,
Yeah.
So
I was Elizabeth.
your mother didn't know about
My
that.
mother must not have known
She
about
didn't hear
that.
that. Because really, though, there's a lot of Marys. They're the
Oh, yeah.
firstborn.
Yeah,
if
there
you
are.
If you look.
There are. Okay, this is a good one. Probably getting tired of this.
Well,
This was the location of the first Canaan National Bank, and Fuller Hardware was right there.
Oh yeah, Decker and Beebe.
This is wonderful. My goodness.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to go over my time here. So
Fuller Hardware. That building is still there. This looks more like a.
I'm
Well,
almost
Fred
at the
Hall
end.
took over the Fuller
Fred Hall
Hardware.
took
Yeah.
it over.
Yes.
Do you know that he had a pail of nails on the floor and that there was a hole underneath? So the kids would always take the nails out and put them in the hole. You know what he did? He put a pail right underneath for the kid, and he'd catch him again.
I remember
He was a great
he was
guy.
such a nice
He was
person.
such a
He
good-
lived to be 100.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he
I
did.
remember him at Gear Village when I used to work
Yeah.
in the
Yep.
garden.
He was. He rode his bike till he was 95.
He did.
He used to put the flag up at the Doughboy every
Yeah.
day.
Every
Every
day and
morning.
take it down every
Yep.
night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When my mother went to Gear Village, she was one of the first residents where they had just built it, and
Oh,
she
really?
had fallen, and we didn't know what to do. It was winter time. We didn't know what to do. We were all working, so we convinced her to go to Gear just for the winter. If she liked it, and she had her own place there. It was assisted living,
Yeah.
and if she didn't like it, she could go home in the spring. And then if she did, we'd put the house on the market, and she did not want to go. She fought us tooth and nail, and
yeah.
it was like, well, you're either that or we're gonna have to somebody in the house to take care of you because you can't be alone.
Yeah.
So we get her there kicking and screaming. She wasn't really, but she was. she had her Irish up, and we get there and we get in, and we had moved all the curtains. We had done the room, her apartment,
Brought her
like
own
all her own
furniture.
stuff.
Yeah.
We had worked so hard on it, and we get there, and she's like, "Well, I guess it's all right, but I'm still not going to stay." And we weren't in there 2 seconds, and the knock at the door, and it was Fred Hall. And he said, "Betty Riva, you are my neighbor now. I live below you, and I know all about the parties that you and Angel have." And he said, "If there's any noise up here and I'm not invited, there's going to be lots of trouble." So he said, "I would like you to be my guest at dinner tonight." And we were all of us were there. We were going to stay for dinner with her to kind of get her. Well, she left us right in the lurch. Out she went with Fred Hall. and that was it. We went home, and she never looked back.
Oh my gosh.
Never looked back. She loved it down there. This is my sad one. This is the last picture of all of us at Canaan National Bank before it got sold to
before
Salisbury.
it got sold, there's the smoke bush I put in.
That was the day
Oh my
that the
God,
merger
Anna
went
Washburn
through.
worked there?
Yeah, she cleaned.
You had a huge
We did.
group. Oh, Sally.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Robin.
Nancy Parrott.
Oh, Christine worked there.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Is that Regina?
Yes.
I didn't know Regina worked
Yeah.
for you.
Yep.
Oh, Stacy.
Yep.
Linda. Mel. Ned.
I'm there too, but I was
Daryl.
blonde.
Oh my gosh, Daryl looks so. Oh,
When
I
first
like your
looked at- when I first
hairstyle. You
looked
look
at it, I thought,
awesome.
I guess I wasn't in that picture, and
You're-
then it was like I was
You
blonde.
don't even recognize your own self.
It was.
And your daughter-in-law's in that picture.
Yes.
That's a great picture.
That is
Isn't that a great
really
picture?
cool
Yeah.
photo.
Thank
I
you.
remember when they sold, and everybody was like,
Yeah, it was a tough day.
I think people were less when they sold again, but that was just because we
Yeah,
were
that
resigned
was
to
a
it.
tough day
Yeah.
to be.
Emily Whitman.
Yeah, Emily was there.
Where is she now?
She's in like up near Pittsfield. She just got married a couple
Really?
years. She's very happy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I talked to her. I text with her quite a bit. She's
she
very,
still with the
very happy.
bank?
No, she's I don't know what she's nothing bank associated. This is my grandfather with my brother,
Oh my gosh.
and this is my grandmother
That's a
that
great
died
photo.
at 32.
Oh, so you did have a picture
I had
of
one.
her.
Yeah, I did have a picture.
Oh
of
my
her.
gosh, she's got such a dark,
What
like,
was her
dark
maiden
hair
name?
and stuff.
Babween.
That's right. There.
Yeah, and Rose always told me that I resembled her. She said, when I look at you, I see, because my Rose and her were the same age.
She
And
looks
she said-
very Italian.
She said, you remind me of her. Of course, I never knew her, but she said she reminded me a lot of you. Of course, I don't think my hair is that dark, but of course it could be many colors, but I don't dye my hair anymore. Anyway, I think that's it. Yeah, that's her again.
Wow.
Armenia was her name.
Ooh, I
First
love
name.
that name.
Armenia.
You
They
know,
called
my-
her Irma.
My grandmother's
guess.
name was Domenica.
Oh, that's
Dominica.
really
What did they
pretty.
call her?
Domenica.
That's-
That means Sunday.
I know, but what was her? They called her Dominica. They didn't call
Yeah.
her like.
Oh, I called her Nonna.
And this is the last one. My grandfather, when he retired after 52 years of service, on the New Haven. They had a,
Oh, look at that.
yeah, that's kind of fading away too.
That's
Yeah.
great. See, so now we've just saved all this information for
For
Betsy,
possible-
this is wonderful that
and
you brought all of these.
what am I supposed? I'm supposed to say something, right, Ted?
Yeah, let's, you guys can take a break. You're good.
Oh,
Yeah,
wait,
but-
there's one more.
Yeah.
There's one more. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Nancy, Jean, and Mickey.
Oh my
at the
gosh!
house.
This is at Will's old house, 20 Clayton Road. Oh
EP's
my
house.
gosh! Look at Uncle Mick.
I know. I thought you'd like it.
Oh! Nancy, Jean, and Mickey. That's our house
That should
in the
be
back.
blown up or
That's
something.
that's as far as we have got with it. That's Graham's handwriting. Wow. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I see that one. Oh, it's so cute.
Was Canaan ever, like, referred to as North Canaan? When did that start?
Never.
No.
That was when, I don't know when.
That's a bunch of crap.
That's a Falls
Yeah.
Village. That's a Falls Village
That's a
thing.
Falls
That's a
Village
Falls Village.
people.
I was
thing.
on the Falls Village Canaan Historical Society
Oh, yeah.
for years.
You aren't
and
anymore?
It got, I don't know, it says Falls Village / Canaan.
Yeah,
And-
whoever made a big deal out of that? It certainly wasn't Judy.
I don't know. It's went on for a long time. But anyway, it just seemed as though everything came up was in Falls Village. And I don't know Falls Village people that well.
This is a mother,
Yeah.
mother
So,
town.
You know everybody. What are you talking about?
Yeah. So finally last year, I figured there's so much going on. I resigned from the committee. So, you know.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. So now I have another.
I really don't
mainstream.
know who made a big deal of it. Whether it might have been Mary Palmer.
Could have
Mary,
been.
Oh, could have been.
I think it was Mary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Well, they like to be their own self.
Where's that?
They like their own thing.
Okay, I'm going to get my camera and take a picture of this.
And we're back with Bunny McGuire and Betsy Devino. Two B's. Woohoo!
I'm going to give you this picture because
Oh,
you should have that.
I'm gonna
Your
bring this
family
to
should have
Graham.
that.
I'm gonna bring this to Graham.
Okay,
I'll
'cause
show
you
it
should
to
have
her.
that one.
Yeah, she'll love that. You
Well,
guys,
this was
thank you
wonderful.
so much, and thank you, crew.
There was thank you guys.
Thank
you
you,
did a
everyone.
great job.
Sweat.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so tired too.
You might need some salami, right? If
Yeah.
any-
You know, I
do
wish
you
I
want
had
any
some of that
pictures?
salami that we used to make.
Oh,
Oh,
look,
boy.
Bunny. Oh, this is
That's
our
salami
salami.
there?
This is our salami.